Ralph Ketner is a primary example, a case study, if you will, in how to be successful. Many people have heard his story, but they don't realize in the region that Mr. Ketner has done something very similar to the work of Andrew Carnegie or John D. Rockefeller, Bill Gates, Sam Walton.
I absolutely believe that he set the pace and the tone of what being successful looks like. I believe he taught us that nothing's easy. And it not being easy, you have to pay a price. His vision of what it is that he wanted to bring to life, his vision of what was required for that to be true, and his vision of an unwavering tenacity and a work ethic to make it come to life.
Catawba College would simply not be the institution that it is today without Ralph Ketner. There is obviously his own direct generosity and his direct influence as a long-serving member of the Board of Trustees, as someone who's contributed ideas and great stewardship of the institution. But it's not just him, it's the example that he sets. People see Ralph Ketner involved in something and they say, well, if Ralph is caring about this, if he's passionate about it, if Ralph Ketner is devoting his time and energy to it, I know it's worthwhile. I'm interested too.
He has been a mentor to virtually hundreds and thousands of people. If you come over to the Catawba College School of Business and spend a few hours there, it is amazing that someone of the stature of Ralph Ketner will be sitting on the sofa in the lobby and mentoring a young person.
As much as it excites him to solve a problem and do something better, helping somebody fills him up just as much.
You know, I start thinking about Ralph Ketner and his generosity to our organization, AFFA. I'm going to say that he started out, in my experience, as the completely unexpected man. I met this fellow who was an older guy, successful, you know, obviously had done really well in his work community. I knew his daughter, Linda, and I knew her drive and her passion for social justice. But when I first saw Ralph, I never expected to see that in him too. But he really did see a value in the work we were doing, and he wasn't afraid to literally put his money where his mouth was and say, I'm going to support this organization because it's doing great things.
I'm proud that I've been successful because it has enabled me to give back. In other words, had I not come up with LFPINC, we would have gone bankrupt. I probably would have never earned $15,000 a month in my life. And so, you know, it's not what you earn, it's what you give. But you can't give it until you earn it.
Ralph Ketner, a man who many would say endured a difficult childhood and a difficult time. A man who remained unsatisfied working for others and began one of the premier business stories of the 20th century. And a man who retired from business life only to begin a new and ongoing chapter of helping the community where he lived and worked.